okay, son? Are you entertained yet? Are you entertained? Are you entertained? God damn it. I'll tell you this right now. Welcome to the motherfucking Heel Hook Show, first and foremost. And you are fucking having the privilege of listening to me and Eddie as we're about to go back and forth and talking about the greatest moment in Bellator's history.
Shut the fuck. Wait, no, I can't disagree with that. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Scott Coker
The
was
most Google searched ever moment in Bellator history, with Conor McGregor losing his shit in a Bellator cage. Even Goldie's tweeting, talking about, it was fun talking about Conor again.
Yeah, I bet. Like he doesn't already do that.
Come on, it's a beautiful day.
The fucking world's gone fucking insane.
Right, so let's get into it. We'll go into it with the fucking the big story, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So Charlie Ward was the fighter who was competing at Bellator tonight, correct? If I remember right.
Right.
He was a teammate of Conor McGregor's.
But time out, real quick. It's Bellator, so since I don't get to watch their bullshit for 4 fucking hours at least when they're here, this is on tape delay for everybody in the States. So I have no fucking clue. I didn't even know when 87 was happening. Bellator, way to fucking promote your shit. You know what? They should be happy Conor was there to act the fool.
Just think about that. We won't see it till next week.
Yeah, exactly. It's all fucked up. I don't know. Yeah. Well, they're catching up to the UFC, bro. They're totally catching up, bro. A week later. Holy shit, those fights from a week ago? Goddamn! That was so crazy. That was so fucking crazy. Dude, I can't man, we only have to wait 7 days, dude. It's all good. But they're catching up to the UFC. Totally fucking for sure. Fuck you guys. Whoever says that's a fucking idiot. Straight up.
So, additional to that, Charlie Ward had a fight. He won tonight. He had a bit of a, well, not a bit of, an horrendous run in the UFC. So, this was a big moment for him. He competes at Bellator. He gets the W, ends the slide of losses. Then, what happens then, Eddie?
Your boy acts a fucking fool. That's what happened. God damn. I mean, look. First of all, let me. I gotta present it because when I first saw it, I laughed my fucking ass off. Why? Conor McGregor is a guard puller, ladies and gentlemen. He pulled guard on his boy, his like spider guard. Not even spider guard. He fucking just pulled guard on him, wrapped his legs and his arms around his boy Charlie Ward, celebrating their victory. Fucking amazing, for sure, right? Then he gets up and chaos. Mark Goddard goes over to do his fucking job, okay? And he sees Conor, he's like, what the? And he literally turns around like, how do you get in here? He turns around going, how do you get in? Get out of the cage. Walks up and Conor goes at him, sort of.
No,
he didn't. No. Time out. No, stop. Hey, it's my turn. My turn. You can not hug in about 10 seconds. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
Yo, you've got to tell it in context. You're saying that like you just went up to him. Excuse me, Conor. Okay.
No. They have history. Clearly, they got history. That being said, he was doing his job. Get the fuck out of here. You're not supposed to be in here.
Agreed.
Okay, so that's where we're at. All right. He does put his hand on Conor a little bit. Hey, you didn't let me fucking talk. Anyway, he does put his hand on Conor, pushes him a little bit, like, hey, get out of the cage. Conor gets upset. He normally it takes nothing to light that dude up. Fucking going crazy. Fucking runs up to Goddard, who's checking on the losing fighter, who's still on hands and knees, fucked up from getting his ass whooped by Ward. All right, and Conor comes up and shoves him. That's mistake number one. That. I was laughing. It's like, oh, you fucked up, Conor. And then I thought, it was funny because I know nothing's going to happen to him for that, right? The next part is where Conor McGregor fucked up. He fucked up, and this is the question. I still don't think it's going to be very, like, anything crazy is going to happen to him. I think it'll be like the smallest little, slap on the wrist ever. But Conor's, you're fucking jumping up and down. He's literally skipping, swinging his arms outside the cage. Jumps up again, and this is where it gets a little tricky because he's on the cage. There's a commissioner in there. The guys with the gloves on, those aren't fucking refs. Those are commissioners. Those are the guys in the cage to make sure everything's all rules and regulations are followed, which they're already broken as shit because Conor jumped in the cage, but whatever. Conor gets up there. He does get, like, the commissioner does kind of, hey, back up, put his hands on him too. And that's when the left hand slap comes in. and Conor McGregor slaps a commissioner with the left.
Let's
I
be
was
honest.
no, but here's the thing on that video. Listen. On the video, you heard the slap. That's how hard he hit him. That shit was hilarious.
The first time somebody's been hit in an MMA surrounded like an octagon, a cage, that's ever taken that left and not gone down. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, he ate that shit like a champ. Fucking turns back like what? I'm a commissioner. You just fucked up. So I saw both videos. Well, I was laughing at the absurdity of what the fuck happened and that this fucking guy is acting like a clown. Do we expect any less from Conor McGregor? I don't.
He's bigger than the sport.
No, he's not.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's not.
Right, I'm telling you right now that if he wants to, he's fighting in December, regardless of what happened tonight.
Guaranteed. Oh, believe me, money is above everything. So money controls all. But he's not above the sport.
But he is above the sport.
No, he's not above the sport.
But he is.
But he's not. Without the sport, without the sport itself, you never heard the name Conor McGregor.
But the sport's not even relevant to him now. He doesn't even have to compete.
Now. I'm talking about before.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter about them because he didn't.
Yes, it does.
Before then. No, it doesn't because what he's done now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What he's done just now is only in relevance to what he is now. If he'd have done it at the beginning of his career, of course he's not bigger than the sport, but he's grown bigger than the sport.
He's not bigger than the sport. Fuck
he
that
is
shit.
bigger than
That's
the
the dumbest shit ever. I want to hear any of that. No, he's not.
If he chooses to turn around and fight, he's going to fight. Believe that commission ain't going to do shit. And every other...
they're not going to do anything.
Whatever commission, no matter where it is in the world, turns around, I don't agree with what Conor did. Cool. How about he brings 200 million to your city, though? I think we'll forgive him.
Oh, for sure. No. Don't get it twisted. Nothing's going to happen to this dude. He's still a fucking asshole. Like, he's still not big in the sport. He made an ass of himself. By the way, I love Conor fans, like, being ridiculous in their defense of Conor. Like, here's the thing. I'm not even saying, like, oh, fucking suspend him. I'm not even going to be one to say suspend him because I know it's not going to happen. I'm not going to waste my breath going, yeah, he should be suspended. Something should happen to him. Nothing will. Okay? So, I know everybody's on that shit going, oh, fuck it, they got to suspend him. They got to suspend him, bro. They got to do it. There's no way they don't do it. Please believe money talks. Money fucking talks. You're right.
The only way Dana White's mad about this entire scenario is the fact that he didn't do it at UFC Norfolk, whatever it's called. Norfolk, yeah.
He's mad he didn't do it in the UFC cage. Hey, meanwhile, Scott Coker's doing lines of coke up fucking table, fucking hookers and shit. Now he's like, oh, do your we did it thing, because I'm not good at it. You can do your Conor we did it impression because I'm not good at it. That's exactly what Scott Coker's doing right now. Just beating off on that fucking into bushes and shit. That he just kicked his dog because fuck you, dog. I don't like you anyway. He's doing stupid shit right now because Conor McGregor acted a fool on his show. And guess what? For everybody in the States and for you guys, it's on tape delay. For us, it's tonight. For you, it's in a week. Please believe the ratings will be stupid anyway.
This is probably, if say Bellator is around in 5 or 10 years time, they will turn around and they'll do a top 10 moments, and you better believe your fucking sweet ass that's going to be the number one moment.
Number one. It's still stupid as shit. I think.
Right. First and foremost, let's just break this down first and foremost because we'll go through the bits and the pieces rather than just go hard. Right. So the first and foremost, he shouldn't have jumped in the cage. 100%. Right. That's down to the security though.
Agreed.
He wasn't a registered cornerman.
Right.
Or there should have been security in place to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
Right. Like a security. If
you're in the UFC. He knows people. I can see him getting around a little easier. That's a Bellator security issue and an arena security issue, first and foremost. Let's address that. So this could have been easily preventable. Second off, I agree that Goddard had the right to say to him, look, you need to move. The push might have been a little bit too much. In the sense of, I'm not saying that he pushed him heavily or anything like that. Right. But I'm saying if you push a fighter, what do you expect them to act like? They're a fighter first and foremost. It's not like you're pushing a commentator. You're not pushing a cut man. You're pushing a trained professional fighter. And granted, he should act accordingly, should Conor. But first and foremost, don't shove a fighter because their ego's too big for that shit. It doesn't matter who they are. Any fighter would do the same. Can you remember when it all kicked off with all the Diaz fucking clan? When there were some shoves involved in some of their
throwing
fights?
cans.
Come on.
At 186. Yeah.
So I'm just saying that, like, first and foremost, maybe a poor error on the security point because it makes it easily avoidable. Second, Goddard could have not shoved him, knowing that he'd have probably popped off. Thirdly, can we just address why was Conor running so weirdly towards Matt Goddard? Can we just address that? Because
I got you why. It's that Ito Portal movement, bro. It's that touch right in the park. Yeah. Did you see how slick? No. Did you see how slick he did that? Hey, I guarantee you right now, somebody right now is furiously typing away at the laptop, trying to fucking break down movement by movement how Conor McGregor used his movement to get over to Mark Goddard so he could shove him. And that technique of movement, like, you motherfuckers. I swear to God, the clickbait on sites is going to be unbearable the rest of the week.
100%. No doubt about it.
I've blocked or at least muted most MMA websites that I know are full of shit. There's literally like a handful that I'll follow on Twitter. You know what I mean?
But the last thing I will say is this, though. You look at Conor and you just go, he genuinely doesn't give a fuck anymore. And I just hope that this isn't the catalyst of one of those things that you actually see where, I don't know how to put this, you start seeing him go off the rails. I hope this isn't the moment where we start seeing him doing dumb shit.
Can I say something?
If it's going to be the comments, I've already seen them.
No, well, maybe. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Bruh, get the fuck
He's sniffing lines off Hooker's butthole. 100%, sir. 100%, sir.
Bruh, if this was any of the Diaz brothers, you'd be like, it's just the way they was raised, bro. They're just raised.
No. I would never. No, time out. I'd be laughing harder about it. That being said, I'd be like, dude, really, motherfucker? Like, come on. Like when Nick missed the press conference before the GSP fight, I was pissed the fuck off. I was like, really, dude? You're gonna miss the flight to the fight to the press conference or the fight of your life? I was mad about it. But that being said, it's not to the theatrics that Conor McGregor is. Here's what I argue. Because a lot of people look, I saw the video within our buddy Brad, who Cage Warriors, he somebody else tweeted it out, and I was like, when the fuck did this happen? And then Brad told me about 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh shit, so it just happened. So I was watching the video and I just tweeted out just literally my like reaction to it at the moment, right? And I mean, goddamn, the fucking McGregor nut huggers did not disappoint for shit. I mean, immediately was like, oh, he can do whatever he wants, a bunch of this shit. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are we talking about here? I'm like, look, if the rules are not gonna apply to Conor McGregor, then why have them? At that point, you're no better or you're no different than pro wrestling. Because what happens in pro wrestling? Fucking Brock Lesnar and The Rock are fighting or whoever the fuck you want to throw in there. All of a sudden, oh shit, lights turn off. And out of nowhere comes the fucking Undertaker and starts kicking boots. That's exactly what kind of shit we're talking about here. And we're not going to have rules. Fuck it.
Do you want to hear the tinfoil biggest concern? And this is the other side to this.
Oh, God. I can already guess it, but go ahead.
You know where I'm going to go with this.
Yeah.
I think people have already said this to you already, or you've seen it on your timeline with you having the anti-Conor fans purely in your followers. But the tinfoil hats that I've seen claiming that Conor did this so that Dana White would suspend him, which would mean that he wouldn't have to fight Tony Ferguson for a while at least. And that this is all a ploy so that he can duck another fight.
While I laughed my ass off reading those, because I did. I had a great time laughing at that. It's dumb. That's not all what's going on here. It's Conor McGregor acting like a fucking asshole, like the rules don't apply to him. That's all it is. All right. If he there's easier ways to duck the Ferguson fight. And literally there's one way that's the best for him, right? Nah, fuck Tony. I want the Nate trilogy. I want to get paid. Why? Because he's fought him twice already. He knows he can fight him. He knows he can beat him. He could lose too, but he could definitely beat him, right? If he was trying to duck Tony, that's the move. Why? Because you get paid while ducking. That's not what's going on here at all. Okay, what's going on is Conor had a little too much of the sugar, the booger sugar, and was out there acting a fool.
Whoa. Bro,
come on. Are we gonna pretend here? Are we gonna pretend? Come on now.
Like that's like the thing that everybody fucking floats. Any Conor, like anti-Conor dude, is just automatically like, no, he's the biggest crackhead in the entire world.
No. Hey, look, first of all, all transparency here. I am not anti-fighters doing coke. Okay, that's not gonna help them. Like, it's not helping him. He's out there fucking partying. Let him fucking party. Whatever. You know what I mean? He's not affecting anybody else, really. I mean, don't get out there and drive like an asshole and hit pregnant women, but at the same time, fucking, you could go party, whatever. I don't really care. I think you should be able to legalize all those drugs, and if you choose to fucking overdo it and kill yourself, to do it. But it goes back to the fact that you're a huge name, and you're 100% right. Conor McGregor, like, look, a lot of people say they don't give a fuck. Conor McGregor does not give a fuck. I mean, he does not give a fuck. That dude does not give a shit. Like, holy shit, that motherfucker. I kind of admire him for that. That he gives so little fucks that he fucking just does whatever he wants. He's like, yeah, fuck you and all this other shit. And then at the other side, I'm like, hey man, you're rooting for everybody else, man. What the fuck? But this tells you that money he got from the Mayweather fight, he's officially in fuck you money territory. He's Dana White, please believe it. No, he's not big in the sport. If Dana White comes out, no, he's not.
Right, okay. This is one thing that we always say. We always say that you should get out before the sport doesn't need you. Now, the sport needs him more than he needs the sport. He doesn't need the sport. MMA needs Conor. You look at them clickbait sites. Who needs Conor? MMA clickbait sites. Fucking pay-per-view sales for MMA.
Funny? The funny thing about that is if he retired from MMA and went to boxing, or just retired and disappeared, or did whatever else he wanted to do, I would love to see the scramble of clickbait sites, because that would make me laugh so hard. Okay, that would be hilarious. But look, regardless, look. Imagine Dana White trying to come and suspend him, which is not going to happen. Dana White's going to get.
How can he be even threatened?
Dana White's going to text him, "What the fuck, Conor? What can you wait till this weekend here?" You know what I mean? That's what he's going to. That's what he's saying. He's not doing that. Meanwhile, Scott Coker is like, "Thank you." Fucking crazy fuck. That literally, look, 100% honesty. I had no idea there was Bellator on. I had zero clue. You know who else had an idea? Nobody but the fighters on the card and people in the city. And even they barely knew, okay? I didn't know. Now everybody knows about Bellator 187. Now everyone's going to tune in just to watch Conor act a fool. You want to know why? Because the second that Conor started doing crazy shit, guess what was right in his face the entire time? A goddamn Bellator camera. And they followed him around as he fucking shoved Mark Gaunt. Right after he shoved Mark Gaunt and got back out of the cage, they followed him as he slapped the commissioner. They were amping it up. He was playing up to the camera.
I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but it's such a fucking old rock star kind of attitude that I'll go into whatever area I'm not supposed to. I'll do whatever I want. I'll skip around the fucking the entire arena. I'll slap somebody who's an authority figure. It is very Stone Cold Steve Austin-esque kind of thing. But it just amuses me highly that we're talking about a guy who, jumped into a cage, had an altercation with the referee, and then slapped an authority figure. I'm just looking here and I'm like, this is so stupid. It doesn't even all seem real. But with that same thing said, yo, Conor, just ease up, man, bro. Chill the fuck out. You're a dad, bro. You're a dad. You're a fucking dad.
Yeah, dude, it's a shit show. And I get it. People are like, it's entertainment. What would you rather have him do? Nothing? Yeah. No, time out. No. I'd rather have him fight. How about that? How about announce a fight? How about sign an agreement? How about, you know what I mean? How about that? Instead of running around acting like an asshole, slapping the shit out of fucking commissioners, which again, I maintain is hilarious. It is just the wrong fucking thing to do for a professional fighter. You know what I mean? So now we wait. Now we're going to find out and see if anybody has the balls, the fucking cojones, the nuts, the guts, the intestinal fortitude to do anything. And you know what's gonna happen? Not a goddamn thing.
You'll do fucking nothing. You'll do nothing.
The Conor fanboys you'll do fucking nothing tattooed on their butt, like like where tramp stamps go. That's where all the Conor fanboys are getting that shit. Okay, it's a fucking
are you
joke.
Have not surprised motherfucker above your ass crack. Or
no,
not?
I got that. I got that in a shirt. Oh Jesus Christ! You should... Oh, it's funny. No, Joey in the comment section goes, "Call Nate to come slap some sense into this douche."
With that same thing said, we'll move on to the other what the fuck moment of today. I'm going to pose this question first and foremost. With us finding out that Anderson Silva has potentially violated USADA's testing prior to him competing at UFC Shanghai against Kelvin Gastelum, can we revoke his greatest of all time? No.
Why are we back to this greatest of all time?
Oh no! I'm not saying that. Oh. No, I'm not making the discussion is he, isn't he? You know, but can we revoke that because we did it for John Jones?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I just you know, because I was thinking about, because you and I had a discussion of what does that even mean? Does it even matter and all this stuff? Ever since we had the discussion, I really couldn't give a fuck less about the whole discussion. I mean, it's weird. I think we both. I think we both have that. You know, realize that. It's. I don't know. It's really weird that
it's unobtainable.
It's unobtainable. It's exactly what it is. So it's like I kind of don't even care about the discussion anymore. I mean, it's fun to have. I like the who's better, who's on top or whatever at that time. But I think like you could have a greatest of all time every year. It's just really weird. You know what I mean?
It's true. I just think to myself though, John Jones was considered the greatest of all time. Gets popped by USADA for a second time, and we all go bad on John. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's not deserved, but I'm looking at fucking Anderson Silva now, and I'm thinking to myself, worry.
I just wish we got more detail. I wish it wasn't like this, like super like vague. It's a potential thing. Like he potentially got flagged. Like no, have some balls. Like we think he did steroids, or we think he did.
They have to give a test, don't they? Because it's otherwise it's slander on their name.
Right. Well, then fucking, if there's enough time before the event, fucking do your testing. Don't fucking. I mean, look. Let's say they throw that out there right now. You and I are having a discussion. Is he no longer the greatest of all time or whatever, right? Everybody else is having the same discussion. Is he a cheater? Has he been a roid? Has he cheated the sport his entire career? Little by little, we're destroying his reputation, which is one of the most valuable things a person can have is a reputation, right? Let's say it comes out, oh, we fucked up. He didn't actually test or anything. You've done damage. That shit, yeah, he could put out a statement. We apologize to Mr. Silva. He's fine. He was clean. Our tests were wrong. He was right. It's fine. That reputation is not going to go back up to where it was. It's just not. It's just natural that it won't do that.
It's already gone down, though, for the first time he got popped against Nick.
Right. But I'm talking about this one.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's all
right. 100%, right? But it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is the second one, bro. This is one the fans are going to turn on him like a motherfucker if it's true. And if it's not true, you're just going to cause this guy hardship, a lost check, a lost fight, and Kelvin Gastelum gets fucked. You know what I mean? It's just. I'm
sorry for Kelvin, but somebody said that they think that Costa, who fought last weekend, should take that fight.
Yeah, if I'm Kelvin Gastelum, I'm like, oh, I'm sick. I'm going to be sick that weekend. That kid is scary as fuck. As fuck. Dude, that kid's so fucking scary. How is a man that big 185 pounds?
Didn't he say that he walks around as well at like 220? And that's
there's no way he doesn't walk around at least 220. At least 220.
He said that's with him being cautious of what he eats as well.
Dude, that dude gets at least up to 230, 240. Okay, for sure. He's a big dude. All right, like he should be a light heavyweight. He should. I don't know how he makes middleweight. But fuck all that shit. All
He
right,
must literally
Johnny.
have like blood drained out of him.
Shit, I'm saying, like this fucking fuck. I mean, it's yeah, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Hashtag Mac, 100%. As on the YouTube comments, that's just funny. But Anderson Silva, dude. I mean, it's fucking disappointing as shit if it's true.
Very.
You know what I mean, it's
But then I think to
disappointing as
myself,
fuck.
is it though?
Yeah, disappointing. Yeah.
Well, the only reason I'm saying this, and I know that some people get butthurt in the comments and watching this and stuff, but let's be truthful, right? What it's, you know, you guys like all these Diaz nut huggers, they always turn around and say like, everybody's on steroids, everybody's always been on steroids, bro. Like, let's be completely honest. The people who didn't get popped, was it because they didn't do steroids or because they didn't get caught?
Oh, 100% because they didn't get caught. 100% because they didn't get caught.
If
How
you're
many?
ahead of-
Hey, Michael Bisping had to lose a fucking eye for Vitor Belfort to pay what he owed. Michael Bisping had to lose an eye for Vitor Belfort for someone to say that, okay, that's not natural. That's not fucking normal. Test his ass. That's exactly what had to happen. A guy lost an eye. Tons of careers are over. Like, everyone's a fucking headstone on Vitor Belfort's fucking record because they didn't test. You know what I mean? How many fights with John Jones on roids? I mean, as soon as he got popped the first time, that was a question. The second time, even more of a question. It's like, how many guys did John Jones fight on steroids? Is he really that good, or was it the juice? Can you tell us that shit? You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking to myself, there's all these guys like in the early 2000s and stuff like that who we know took steroids. And a part of me like just thinks to myself, like all these guys who claim to be clean now, I just kind of think to myself, you know what? As much as it pains me to say it, I think the Diaz brothers were right. I think just everybody's been on steroids. And you know what? I think they were on steroids too. Fuck you. How about that, huh?
Yeah, here's another comment from Rylu. I feel like I know who this is.
Yo, it's the Icarus, isn't it? It's the
yeah, the Icarus. Yeah. He's like, have you guys seen the documentary called Icarus? It's on Netflix, all about sports doping. Yeah, dude, that was a crazy. I watched it just on a whim. I literally was like just going through Netflix on a Saturday night, going, what the fuck? There's nothing to watch. And it says Icarus, and I'm like, okay. And then I saw the subject line. Oh, fuck it. I got nothing else to do. I was watching it. As soon as it was over, I fucking hit you up immediately. I was like, you gotta watch the shit right now. Like, if everyone in MMA needs to watch this, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
Like, Icarus, if you watch MMA and you had any questions about you know how doping works and everything, please watch Icarus. It's not directly talking about MMA at all. In fact, if it talks about Olympics, yeah, about Olympics and everything. But please watch it, and you'll get an idea of what the fuck is going on right now. But I don't know. It's we get a sound problem. We have a sound problem?
We have a sound problem?
No, we don't.
I'm confused.
Oh, we're good. Because the comments is sound. Never mind. Forget it. All right. Continuing on. Here's the problem. So
you might mean sound is in like cool. That is an English thing.
Oh. Well, fuck, dude. I don't know anything about that. I'm Mexican. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
I know. I'm just fucking around. Anyway, here's the thing. So yeah, definitely watch Icarus. 100%. You need to watch it.
By the way, if you do as well have Twitter, if you want to follow somebody who's really clued up when it comes to all things kind of MMA and the doping kind of stuff, follow Dim Space. That's DIMSPACE. Dave Dim is he's English, he's a cool dude, and fucking he knows his shit when it comes to fucking anything to do with testing in USADA, and like he did his research. So like if you ever need to find out stuff like that, he's definitely the dude on Twitter to be following, just so you know what's going on.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time on that. I need to follow him because I never do. I just see his people retweet his shit, and there we go. Followed, sir. Followed, sir. Conor just bitch slapped a Bellator official. Someone just tweeted out. Dude, you're like an hour behind. Anyway, anyways, it was on Twitter. Anyway, so Anderson Silva. It's just sad, dude. But and you tell me if you agree or disagree. That's the end. That's game.
Apparently, it's a 2-year suspension if he gets popped.
If it's confirmed, for sure.
So that would make him 42.
That will make him retired as fuck.
Rising. Go to Rising, sir.
See, the thing, that's what everyone's saying, and I agree. But that's like an admission of guilt in a sense,
No, I'm
right?
saying if they're suspending, just fuck off the Rising and fight.
No, absolutely. I'm saying this. If he does that, he goes to Rising, where everyone, where it's kind of like pride. Like, we're testing, we're not really testing. Like, we're just don't kill nobody. We're good.
Just don't come with any needles in your ass, okay?
Yeah. Don't go in the cage with like legit needles in your ass. Like, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, but isn't that kind of an admission of guilt? Because Anderson Silva's probably gonna be like, I don't know what they're talking about. Tainted supplements. He goes to Ryzen, is basically like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is with that same thought process, it's like, well, what do you do when you just don't have you don't have an option? Like, what your only other way of making money is doing seminars, and it's like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if you just knock that way out? What if you just don't like being in front of people? Like, like interacting with them, and you can. So if I said to you right now, just you personally, yeah. So you can go to a jiu-jitsu tournament, right? No matter what, flat rate, you're going to get 1 million. I'm just going to give you 1 million. Doesn't matter if you win it or lose it. You're getting paid for an appearance. You're getting paid 1 million. Or I'm going to tell you to, teach one of your classes, and you're going to take that class and you're going to teach it, and you're going to make 10 grand. Bro, you know what, right? I'm going to say, look, I love my students and everything, but Daddy needs to get paid.
Yeah, I gotta get that money. That makes sense.
40-year-old getting offered 1 million to fight in fucking the backlands of China. Come at me, bro. I'm all about it.
No, that's a good point. No, but I don't know, man. Fucking instance was a bummer.
It's sad, but it's like I'm looking at Ian McCall, and he's going to be fighting over in Rising, and how he's going to go in a 3-day tournament. Sorry, 3-day tournament when he couldn't go through one fight in fucking. He couldn't even make it to the cage.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. I don't know. I'm bummed out. Like today, like I was like, you know how like you get that hyped energy when I saw that Conor McGregor thing. I was laughing, so I was like hyped up, knowing fully well I was gonna come on here. We were just gonna go back and forth a little bit. That hyped me up. Then literally like right before I come on here, I see the Anderson Silva news, and I'm like, oh god, we didn't. Fuck. It's almost like yesterday in the Frankie Edgar Dominic Cruz shit.
Oh, just before we get into that real quick, for everybody who's watching right now, we appreciate obviously you coming through. Please make sure that you leave a like and a comment, hit us up in the chat, and obviously get involved.
Send us some Coke money. Send us Coke money. I want to hang out with Connor.
Excuse. The Heel Hawk does not encourage anything that Eddie Law says or agree with any of his views.
Yeah, my opinions and views are all my own. I love that. I love those disclaimers on writers and journalists fucking Twitter handles. All opinions and views are my own. It's like that's gonna save your job if you say something fucked up. You get fired.
If one of those writers turn around and says something racist, you're getting sacked, bro. It don't make a difference.
Bruh, you see what's going on? I mean, okay, we'll talk about Louis C.K. in a little bit, because that's fucking dark.
That makes me feel so upset, because I like the dude as well.
Dude, I'm a big fan of that dude, and fuck, really?
Such a shit one. It's like finding out that, like, Joey Diaz has fingered someone asleep, and it's like, oh, no, Joey.
Oh, he has, for sure. He fingered a bunch of fucking
don't
people.
Put it out into the world.
No. Time out. No, he for sure did that shit. That being said, he was upfront and honest about it. That's why it's not going to come out as like a scandal. Anyway.
I will say this, though, and it's one thing that concerns me about all that. We won't get into that knee-deep because that's some fucking shit. But one thing that concerns me about a lot of these ladies coming out and revealing that they've been sexually assaulted, etc., etc. My one major concern is that a lot of girls are going to come out and do this, and a lot of women are going to say it, knowing it can't be proved that they have or haven't.
My thought, yeah, no, that's one way, yeah. That's
and I'm concerned because if any girls start doing this, then it starts to diminish the ones that truly have been through these horrible ordeals. That's my main concern. Don't allow that. You
start going into the cry wolf fucking territory. That's really bad for actual victims. That being said, my first thought was, bitch, where were you fucking years ago when that shit happened? What the fuck? Like, why you gotta here's the thing. Had he not gotten huge, would you have said shit? No. That pisses me off because it's like, dude, if he did something wrong, call him out on it. Don't wait until he's rich and famous to fucking say something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because you've got more chance of getting him when he isn't rich and famous than you have when he is rich and famous.
Well, it's just like right. But I mean, like that dude, he had to cancel a movie, whatever. That makes sense, I guess. Then he's supposed to have a second Netflix special happening. Not happening no more, right? Which look, he deserves to have all that shit happen. Okay, and he came out, he admitted it. Here's the funny thing about the fucking apology. And this is the last thing I'll say about it because we got to move on to MMA. But he apologized. He's like, he admitted that he did it, right? He's like, that's all true. That all happened. But for years, he was denying it. But now he comes out and says, yeah, I did it. That's all true. And it's like, it's not enough for some people. Some people were like, I feel even more sick now after reading his apology. It's like, what do you want to do? Kill himself? Like, leave a fucking suicide note? Hey, I'm sorry about it. Boom. Some people. I'm like, it's not enough. To some people, nothing's ever enough as far as an apology goes. That's what bothers me about that. But he should totally, he deserves to get like the shit that's going on to him right now as far as losing, Netflix specials and everything. Deserves it because that was fucked up. What he did was fucked up. What's scary is, anyway, we'll get into that anyway. We'll move on and then we'll go ahead and we'll go to the UFC card this weekend. We're going to pick a few fights that we're looking forward to and kind of give our opinions on some of these fights. So what fights are you looking forward to like this weekend? This weekend, the main event's the only fight I'm looking forward to be honest with you. Yo, I'm not mad at that fucking Joe Lozon Clay Guida fight though. No, it's gonna be a fun fight, but I mean, like the one I'm looking forward to the most that actually, I guess, means something to me would be the 100% the Gaston. Wow, I just read a tweet that said Gaston. That's the first thing I said. Fuck. The Dustin Poirier. Anthony Pettis. Yeah, Poirier Pettis. I knew Poirier. I was thinking of Anthony Pettis' name. I was about to say RDA for some reason, but yeah, the Pettis Poirier fight's the only one we're looking forward to because it means a lot for 155, and it just adds another log jam to the fucking contender picture because there's a shitload of guys in that shit now. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know. If Poirier wins, he's gonna be like, I want Conor McGregor. I want to get that. I want to get I want to get that W back or whatever. If Pettis wins, Conor McGregor, blah blah blah. You haven't faced a real champ, blah blah blah. So the bullshit. You know what I mean? It's it'll be good. No, regardless, it's gonna be a fun fucking fight, and I got Dustin Poirier by massive knockout. Yeah, same here. I don't know why knockout. Something that feels weird with Pettis over the years. I just feel that he's a talented guy, but he doesn't have a killer instinct. He used to, but it was a very reckless taking chances when he didn't really need to. Yeah. And now, I mean, I don't know if you watched the countdown video, but he was talking about, before I was reckless and all that stuff. Now it's like, I'm going to take risks when I need to and all that stuff. And I'm just like, dude, what made you a champion was that you just went balls out. Fuck it, I'm going to go for it and see what happens. And now you're telling me you're going to Greg Jackson it? You're going to fucking just chill the fuck out back, and then go get knocked out. Like, you know what I mean? So where Dustin Poirier's got a very balanced mindset about his fighting. About, when he goes for it, he's going to go for it, but he's definitely going to pick his spots. But Anthony Pettis is talking about, like, yeah, I used to be, reckless and all sorts of stuff and get crazy. And he's not doing it anymore. Look, I'm not saying he's boring because he's not. Even now, like, we were spoiled to shit with the Showtime kick, the crane kicks that he would throw, the fucking capoeira style shit that he was throwing. Those body kicks as well, let's be fair. God, I wish he still used those. He doesn't that much, but actually at all almost. But that was all fun, but we were spoiled. Right. Now it's just, recently he's come back. He tried to go to 145, not his weight class. Clearly, he looked near dead when he weighed in. And his head looked huge for his body at 145. He looked like Sergio. He looked like Sergio. Dude, he fought 20 pounds heavier than his little brother, who's way smaller, like by a lot. You know what I mean? If there was the strawweight division, Sergio would fight in that, 100%. Okay. Anyway, but now he's at 155. He's a big boy, man. He's getting older. He's not making that 145 cut anymore. Just like everyone talks about Conor not making 145. He probably could if he wanted to, but he's not an idiot. He's not a fucking moron. You have to pay him 45 for him to fight. You gotta pay him. You gotta pay him money to fucking kill himself. Anyway, so Pettis now 150 back 155. I think he's gonna look good. I think he's gonna move well. I think Poirier is just too consistent, too good.
Yeah.
He's just too fucking good. Like, I'm a big fan of Poirier. I think he just because we didn't know what we had with Conor, had he waited, it would have been a better fight, right? But when he fought Conor, I mean, he was super emotional, crazy. You remember all that shit? You remember all that stuff.
I just think it's a really funny thing with Conor because now that we know what Conor is,
yeah,
people make out that anybody that he beat back in the day wasn't shit. But then it's like you look at Max Holloway and they're like, oh, he got him when he was too young. I was like, but Conor was young.
No.
He got into his head and he was
right. Fair enough.
But he was young, so it's like he evolved like they evolved. The fact is, though, is like
he evolved faster.
Yeah, and he had his faults, his setbacks when he was in Cage Warriors, as opposed to these guys who were on the big stage. That's all it was.
And the difference is, this is where when you and I talk about, anybody does, but you and I talk about shit. I hope they don't throw someone like too high level at this guy yet. Like, he's not ready. I've said that a million times. That guy's not ready for the big stage. When you go to the UFC, that's already the big stage. Even if you're in the fucking prelims, you're already in the big stage. The way Conor came up was perfect. Different organization, big for where he was. Give him a taste of what it's gonna be, somewhat like when he gets to the big stage. Gets to the big stage primed and ready to go and makes a show of it. But with Poirier, they threw him a couple big dogs way too early. They didn't know what they had with Conor yet. Keep that in mind. That dude was just more ready than him and Max were. But it's I don't know, man. I'm just happy to see Poirier not at 145, and I'm happy to see Poirier, being successful at a high weight class, even though he just got put to sleep like 2 or 3 fights ago by who put him to sleep? Michael Johnson?
Yeah, Michael Johnson.
God, that was savage.
But you could argue that he beat Eddie Alvarez.
He beat Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez got away with a fucking illegal ass fucking knee. That was bullshit. Yeah. I thought for sure. And here's the thing, because I remember watching that fight after the fight. You see Herb Dean go over to Mark Ratner. He was like, "I'm gonna call unintentional. I'm gonna call no contest." What do you mean unintentional? Like, if I'm throwing a knee at somebody, it's because I want it to land. Well, you know what? I take it back, because that was when the rules first came in, right? The hands down rules.
Yeah, but still, you get told what you can and can't do.
Yeah, it's just hard to get used to it.
I know, I agree with that, and there's always faults with that. I've got a question to ask you, just to piggyback off of the mention of Max Holloway, though. I was talking about it on Twitter last night, with the potential thing of GSP allegedly has a clause in his contract saying that he must defend the 185 belt in his next fight. That is his next fight against Whitaker. No ifs, buts, and maybes. If he's going to fight again in the UFC, that's the fight contractually.
Okay, so the fight in his contract with Whitaker.
That has to happen. That's the next fight. That's in his contract.
Right.
If he won the title, he has to defend it against Whitaker. That was the clause in the contract. So, with that same thing said, say he just doesn't defend the belt and he relinquishes the belt. Not really anybody would care. I think it'd be better he could go back down to 170 and that would just keep shit rolling. True?
Mm-hmm.
You good? Yeah. Right. So with that same thing said, who gets the shot against Whitaker?
Ooh. How are you going to hate this one? My list of 185ers.
Get the fucking Nick Diaz in there, motherfucker.
No. Not even. No. Nick Diaz is I'm almost letting go of the Nick Diaz should fight against Boat, but the only reason I can't get onto it is to piss you off. I want to see Nick Diaz against Michael Bisping. One more fight. Anyway, no, I think look, I'm not against throwing Michael Bisping in there, to be honest with you. I am not against if GSP drops a belt and then make Whitaker the outright champion, I am not against Michael Bisping in there. Will Michael Bisping take the fight? I don't know, but I think he wants to win like easy fight at home, right? But just to end it, I think he's ready to go home and just chill the fuck out. But Luke Rockhold, which nobody likes, but that'd be a good fight because it's two high level guys. It's well, who else? Yoel Romero. Actually, I take it back. Just the Romero fight. I want to see the Romero fight.
Romero Whitaker too.
Maybe am I thinking Jacare instead? Because Maybe, dude, who am I thinking? My brain's all over the place.
All I'm saying is this: Whitaker has knocked out
Hang on, let me pull it up.
both. He's finished both of them. Bear in mind.
Whitaker and Joker, yeah.
Yeah, he finished both of them in his last 2 fights.
Shit. Okay. Luke Rockhold, man. That's kind of it. I know. I have the same fucking reaction. Like, I guess. Let me see. I don't want Weidman in there for anything.
How about we just let Whitaker heal up, bump him up to champion like they did Aldo, and have Yoel Romero against Luke Rockhold, and whoever wins that fights for the title.
I'm not mad at that. But if they don't do that, Luke Rockhold seems like the most likely. Yeah. With like this Weidman to me is a stretch. Brunson even bigger stretch. Damn, there's nobody at 185. So yeah, I mean, look, I want to see GSP Whitaker, but if GSP drops, which yeah, there's a good chance that happening.
You don't want that. Luke.
You don't want that. You don't want that power. But I think it'll be Luke Rockhold, man.
Ugh, that makes me sad inside.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
It really does. I think the main fight that I'm looking forward to this weekend, back to the UFC card this weekend, I'm probably going to say this because I know it's not going to last that long, but Matt Brown versus Diego Sanchez is going to be so much fun. Like, that's my just bleed fight. 100%. Someone is walking out and someone is getting carried out. Fact.
If there's two guys that fight with no fucks given, is those two guys. That's going to be a fun fucking fight.
That's going to be one of your Max Holloway point to the ground fights. That's that fight.
Yeah. No, real quick, because I don't want to miss his tweet. This guy says, "What the fuck is happening in #MMA right now? Frankie Edgar's off of 218, Dominic Cruz is off of 219, Anderson Silva's off Shanghai by USADA." He goes, "When the fuck just happened? We got out from UFC 217, and we have to suffer the worst."
Yeah, 100%.
The fucking
gods went,
yeah, 217, and then the wheels fell off this bitch. Like, straight up. It's just bad.
And then you know what's going to happen next? They're going to put out the Conor signal.
Imagine this. Conor gets popped by USADA.
Get fucked.
No. I don't think it'll happen. I'm saying, okay. Let me ask you this then, since I know how you react if that actually happens, or how most people, not you, but most people will react if that happens. If that happens, I don't think it'll happen. I really, really doubt that guy's on any shit. I think he's this talented as fuck, and he works hard. If he got popped by USADA, what would be your reaction? Like, honest reaction.
My honest reaction would probably be which one of the Diaz brothers tainted his sample.
You know what's funny? Everyone would be like, USADA doesn't know shit. Fucking USADA sucks. You want to know why that'd be the reaction? Because that's the exact reaction people got when John Jones popped. They were like, fuck USADA. USADA's ruining the sport. It's like, what?
The only reason, and this is going to be a weird one, and I don't know why I think this. The reason why I don't think that he's ever... Well, I don't think he uses anything.
Other than booger sugar.
Bruh.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
The reason why I don't think so is because when you're such a high-level athlete, but you're getting paid super high-level money, you can afford everything. You don't have to take shortcuts. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't need to. And the thing is with John Jones was never making that Ronda Rousey Conor money. It weren't that much of a draw. It weren't a ridiculous draw. So he was never making that kind of money. So a part of me just goes, those top people who at the time were making the most money. You've heard the stories of GSP flying out fucking Russians and shit like that to fucking wrestle with him during his training camps and all that kind of bullshit. Like, that's why I just think that there's like certain people who like, I can never imagine them getting popped, because I think to myself, they're on that much money, they don't even need to worry about shortcuts because everything's paid for. Everything is paid for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Who would be the biggest surprise? For me, the only person who would be the biggest surprise if they got popped would be Demetrius Johnson. That'd be the biggest shocker for me.
Man, yeah, DJ got popped. No, I think about. I mean, number two. If Rose got popped, I'd be like, huh? Like,
that'd be some weed or something like that.
No. She got popped for like PEDs strictly. Let's say PEDs only.
Okay.
if she got popped for that, I'd be like, where is it going though? Like, there's nothing there. Right? She's 115 pounds.
That's why she's
Where? Yeah, where are the PEDs going, motherfucker? I think you're lying inside. That's bullshit. If DJ got popped, that'd be fucking insane. Like, we sit there going like, oh my God, Santa Claus isn't real. Like, so literally what would happen. That'd be the reaction from everybody. Santa Claus isn't real. Fuck. I knew it. You know what I mean? But, or at least a lot of people would be like, I fucking knew it, bro. No, you didn't. But, that'd be insane. That'd be insane. Yeah.
It really would. Demetrius Johnson getting popped would be the most stupidest thing ever.
Here's the thing. My different reaction would be this, because here's the thing. So whenever I talk about like teams, like I hate the Lakers. I don't hate the Lakers. I hate Laker fans. Laker fans are awful. I hate New York Knicks. No, Knicks fans. Boston. You know, and I don't hate those teams. The Lakers for sure, but like Boston and Cleveland fans, I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck. New York fans, whatever. But Lakers and Golden State Warrior fans, fuck you guys, straight up. But only because you're in my division, I gotta say. But you know, when something like if Conor got popped, my reaction would be I would laugh my fucking ass off, just sitting on Twitter, just watching the reactions happen, sitting back with some popcorn, just like, oh shit, they're gonna lose their minds. They would be insane. That being said, that won't happen. It's like I have a hard time believing. Like, you can convince me that DJ will get popped way before Conor would, and I can't even explain why. I really couldn't explain to you why I believe that. It's just a gut feeling.
Do you think that's because DJ's so far ahead of his division, whereas Conor, like, we've seen him look kind of human. You know, we've seen him against, you know, Nate. You know, we've seen him in points where it's kind of like he's had a little bit of tough fights.
Yeah.
So we kind of go, he's human. Whereas, like, we see drop down to 125, DJ just doesn't look the same.
Spot on, right? We've seen Conor lose in 2 different sports, so that's why he's human. But yeah, that'd be weird. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, I was thinking about that for a second.
No worries. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. Make sure to check out our sponsors, BaneStore.com, for all your jiu-jitsu and athletic apparel. They do rash guards, spats, hoodies, beautiful jiu-jitsu artwork if you're into your martial arts artwork. So make sure you check them out at BaneStore.com. That's BAIN store.com. Use the code with a heel hook for 10% off all your order. Secondly, the OGs of the sponsors, Receptra, they've just been harvesting their crop, so you're going to be getting that fresh CBD straight out of the kitchen. So if you don't know what CBD is, it's the medicinal chemicals that are extracted from marijuana. There is no THC. It's 100% legal, and also it helps with an array of different kind of things, whether it be inflammation, whether it be mental focus, whether it be some people say it even helps with cancer. I'm just throwing it out there, but I'm just saying do the research. Check out CBD oils, hemp extracts, products. You can find them all at receptranaturals.com. That's RECEPTRA, naturals.com if you're in the United States, RECPTRA, global.com if you are in Europe, and you will be able to get 10% off all your CBD needs with the code to the heel hook. That's all you need to use, the heel hook. One word, get it in your cart, put in that code word, the heel hook, get 10% off. Heal your body, heal your mind, heal your soul, man. Where can they find you, Eddie, at?
All right, find me on Twitter at Elaw31, Snapchat Elaw52, and of course on Instagram at Elaw7. All the podcasts are at KeyboardWarriorsMMA.com. We just did our Wednesday. We did our Keyboard Warrior show where we got Aaron Robbins back, and we were acting a fool that night. So definitely go check it out. And of course on iTunes at Keyboard Warriors MMA.
Yo, make sure that you check out all of the Heel Hook shows, podcast episodes on here. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe, leave a like on this. Additionally, you can subscribe to iTunes and SoundCloud on the Heel Hook, and make sure you check those out. We've got some cool interviews from the past, like Dan Hardy and a few other dudes. Additional to that, make sure you follow us at the Heel Hook Show on Twitter. And also follow me, Ashley Lamprey. That's ASHLEYLAMPREY. I will piss off copious amounts of MMA fans every other day. Additional to that, you can find me on Snapchat at JustAshOfficial. And that's the lot, man. That's your fucking job lot. So from me and Eddie, whether you're a lover, whether you're a fighter, whether you're a hater, Peace up. A-Town down. We're
Later,
out.
you salty bastards.